There's a question no Israeli official will ever answer. Does Israel have nuclear weapons? But there's a machine that answers for them, and it's hiding in plain sight. This is a Dolphin-class submarine, built in Germany, operated by Israel, one of the most sophisticated diesel-electric submarines in the world. Israel has a policy called Anomaly, nuclear ambiguity. They never confirm they have nuclear weapons. They never deny it. When asked directly, Israeli leaders say Israel will not be the first country to introduce nuclear weapons to the Middle East. It's a carefully worded non-answer that's been repeated for 60 years. But if you look closely at this submarine, if you examine the details, the answer becomes obvious. Look at the front, the bow. Those circular doors are torpedo tubes. Standard NATO submarines have 533mm torpedo tubes, 21 inches in diameter. The Dolphin-class has 4 650mm tubes, 25.6 inches. That's 20% wider, 44% more cross-sectional area. Now here's the question. Why does a small coastal submarine need massive tubes that are too big for standard torpedoes? Standard torpedoes are 533mm. They fit in standard tubes. There's no operational reason to make tubes bigger unless you're carrying something that won't fit in a standard tube. That something is a missile that shouldn't legally exist. A missile that turns this quiet diesel boat into a civilization-ending weapon. The name comes from the Bible. Samson, betrayed, blinded, chained, is brought to a Philistine temple to be mocked. In his final act, he pushes apart the pillars holding up the roof. The temple collapses. Samson dies, but he takes 3,000 enemies with him. In modern strategic terms, this is called the Samson Option. If Israel is overrun, if the country is about to be destroyed, they will launch a massive nuclear retaliation. Not to win, to ensure no one wins. Here's why this doctrine exists. Israel is 70 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. You can drive from the Mediterranean to Jordan in an hour. There's no strategic depth, no room to retreat, no mountains to hide behind. If an enemy launches a surprise attack, massed missile strikes on air bases, command centers, nuclear facilities, Israel could lose its ability to retaliate in minutes. That's a first strike vulnerability. You bomb the air bases, you destroy the planes on the ground, you decapitate command and control, and Israel can't strike back. Unless you have a weapon that survives, a weapon that's already gone when the attack begins, a weapon that's hiding somewhere in the ocean, undetectable, unreachable, unstoppable. That weapon is a submarine, and that's the second strike capability, the guarantee that even if Israel is destroyed, the enemy will be destroyed too. It's not about winning, it's about making sure that destroying Israel is suicide.
So what's inside those 650mm tubes? Meet the Popeye missile family. Israel developed these in the 1980s as air-to-ground cruise missiles. There are multiple variants. Popeye 1, air-launched, 78-kilometer range. Popeye 2, extended range, 150 kilometers. Popeye Turbo, submarine-launched, estimated 1,500-kilometer range. In 2012, leaked diplomatic cables revealed that Germany suspected Israel had equipped the Dolphin submarines with nuclear-capable cruise missiles. The German government even delayed delivery of newer submarines over concerns about how they'd be used. The Popeye Turbo SCLM, submarine-launched cruise missile. Estimated specifications: length 20 feet, diameter 24.5 inches, This is why the tubes are oversized. Range, 900 miles. Payload, estimated 10 to 50 kiloton nuclear warhead. For reference, the Hiroshima bomb was 15 kilotons. A 20 kiloton warhead on a cruise missile is a city killer. And here's the genius. Because the missile is launched from a torpedo tube, it doesn't require complex vertical launch systems. The submarine ejects the missile horizontally, like a torpedo. Once it breaks the surface, the rocket motor ignites, the wings deploy, and it flies, low, fast, nearly impossible to intercept, toward its target. Now let's talk about range. Place a Dolphin-class submarine in the Red Sea, international waters, perfectly legal. Draw a 900-mile radius. That circle covers Tehran, Iran's capital; Qum, uranium enrichment; Natanz, nuclear facility; Isfahan, nuclear research center; Baghdad, Iraq; Damascus, Syria. One submarine, 4 to 6 missiles. Position it in the eastern Mediterranean, you cover Syria, Lebanon, Egypt. Position it in the Arabian Sea, you cover Pakistan. Position it in the Indian Ocean, you cover Iran from directions they'd never expect. And they'll never find it. Nuclear submarines, like the American Ohio-class or Russian Borei-class, are incredible machines. They can stay underwater for months. They have unlimited range. They never need to surface. But diesel subs have a fatal flaw. They need to breathe. Diesel engines require oxygen. To recharge their batteries, they have to run the diesel generators. And that means surfacing, or at least raising a snorkel tube above water. And the moment you surface, you're visible. Satellites can see you. Radar can track you. Aircraft can hunt you. This was the Achilles heel of diesel subs for a century, until AIP, Air Independent Propulsion. When Israel ordered the upgraded Dolphin II submarines in 2014, they asked Germany to do something radical. Cut the hull in half and insert a 10-meter plug. Inside that plug, hydrogen fuel cells. Here's how it works. Hydrogen and oxygen combine in a chemical reaction. It produces electricity, and the only byproduct is water. No combustion, no exhaust, no noise. A diesel engine is loud. It vibrates. It creates heat signatures. A fuel cell is silent. With AIP, the Dolphin II can stay submerged for 3 weeks without surfacing. No snorkel, no exhaust, no detection.
And here's the tactical advantage. The Mediterranean is shallow, average depth around 1,500 meters. The Persian Gulf, even shallower, average 50 meters. A massive U.S. nuclear submarine, 100+ meters long, 18,000 tons, is easy to detect in shallow water. Sonar bounces off the hull. The sheer size creates a signature. But a small diesel sub, 57 meters long, 2,400 tons, can hug the seafloor, hide in thermal layers, sit motionless for days. In shallow coastal waters, these silent diesels are harder to find than nuclear submarines. Submariners call them black holes. You can't see them, you can't hear them, and if they don't want to be found, they won't be. Israel operates a fleet of 6 Dolphin-class submarines, 3 original Dolphin-class, 3 upgraded Dolphin II, AIP-equipped. They maintain a constant patrol rotation. At any given moment, at least 1 submarine is at sea. You don't know where. The Israeli Navy doesn't announce deployments. They don't publish patrol routes. It could be in the Mediterranean. It could be in the Red Sea. It could be in the Indian Ocean. And that uncertainty is the weapon. Imagine you're an Iranian general planning an attack on Israel. You know Israel has nuclear weapons. Probably 80 to 90 warheads. You know, they have ballistic missiles, Jericho-3, 6,500-kilometer range. Your plan is to launch a massive surprise attack, overwhelm Iron Dome, destroy air bases, neutralize their nuclear sites before they can launch. But there's a problem. Where is the submarine? You can hunt for it, you can deploy anti-submarine aircraft, frigates, sonar nets, but the ocean is vast, the submarine is silent, and it only needs to be lucky once. If even one submarine survives your attack, it will fire, and you won't see it coming until the missile is already in the air. That's the message to Iran. You can attack our cities, you can overwhelm our defenses, you might even destroy our country, but you cannot find this submarine. And when it fires, your country burns. This is existential deterrence, not the promise of victory, the guarantee of mutual annihilation. Each Dolphin-class submarine costs approximately $700 million. The total program, 6 submarines, training, infrastructure, weapons, is estimated at over $5 billion. That's a staggering sum for a country with a $24 billion annual defense budget. But here's what that money buys. Israel is 70 kilometers wide. Its air bases can be destroyed in minutes. Its cities are minutes from enemy missiles. But a submarine? A submarine is unreachable. It operates in 3 dimensions. It hides in an environment that covers 70% of the Earth's surface, and it carries a weapon that guarantees, no matter what happens on land, there will be consequences. Somewhere right now, there's a crew aboard a Dolphin-class submarine. They're operating in silence, they're monitoring communications, they're waiting. They will probably never fire their weapons. That's the entire point. The Samson option isn't about winning wars, it's about preventing them. Because as long as that submarine is out there, silent, invisible, armed, no one can afford to destroy Israel. It's the most expensive insurance policy in history. And so far, it's worked. So here's my question for you. Is the Samson option a stabilizer for peace, a deterrent that prevents war, or is it a terrifying escalation that makes the world more dangerous? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to see how Israel's INS Drakon submarine might have vertical launch capability, I just broke down that mystery. Link in the description. Hit subscribe. This is just the beginning. I'll see you in the next one.